I'm Maggie Holland, Group Editor of Cloud Pro and IT Pro, and today I'm joined by Stuart McRae, Executive Collaboration and Social Business Evangelist at IBM. And today we're going to talk about IBM and its role in being a more successful social business. Thank you very much for joining me, Stuart. So Stuart, you've been with IBM a number of years. How has the company's own use of collaborative and social technology internally evolved during that time?
So interestingly, I think it started in the mid-90s, but it was really around 2002, 2003 when blogging started to appear as a method of communication. IBM had done a lot of work to create an internal people directory, which is really a cornerstone. You have to know where people are, what their expertise is, how to find them. And that's where we started. We started to evolve policies around how people should use the social technologies. That forced us to think about what we were trying to do with them, what we were trying to achieve, create our social media strategy for marketing and also for internal use. And so through to about 4 or 5 years ago, it was experimental stuff. Different parts of the organization were playing with. Some users were trying it, others weren't. And that's really when we made this shift. In the last 2 or 3 years, really been focusing on how do we actively encourage people to move to use different ways of working, use different technologies to do their job. And we started to build sort of social collaboration communities around our key customers, around our key processes, and it's become the primary way information spreads through the organization.
Do you think the fact that you're using these technologies and these ways of working internally helps you as a business understand and empathise with what the customer is facing right now when it comes to social and being a social business?
Well, it certainly highlighted some of the problems you can encounter, and we understand those a little bit better, and the art of the possible. But I think you have to balance that a little bit with the fact that every business is different. So yes, we got some significant benefit in IBM from doing this, but we have even more benefit from the fact that we've worked with a whole range of different companies in different industries with different cultures to help them go through the same journey, because we can start to find different approaches that may work in different businesses.
And talking specifically about IBM Connections, how do you see that playing a role in the social businesses of today and tomorrow?
It's fundamentally going to support the conversations and relationships you need across the organization. It's about bringing people together around a particular problem, around a particular process in order to improve. I mean, one of the things we're going to see is a lot of continuous process improvement where organizations gradually evolve the way they do different things based on the experience and understanding of the staff, and that they know how to make things better. Management can control and guide them, but the staff themselves are being increasingly empowered to figure out, not in the morning, not how do I do my job as it's defined, but how do I do my job in order to make the company I work for better, perform better, and become better. And I think employees, especially the new generation of employees coming into business, are really keen to be seen more as making a difference beyond simply doing a job.
And what about other technologies, other trends such as big data, mobile, the cloud? How do you see them fitting in and complementing what you're doing around social, both internally and externally?
I don't think you can separate them really. I think clearly social collaboration is cloud-based. You've got multiple people connected in. It would be rather silly at this point in the evolution of the industry to go and build social solutions that weren't cloud-based. Cloud is clearly the way IT infrastructures are going in the future. Primary access point for almost all social networks today is the mobile device. It's not the PC. People want to be able to interact when they have an idea, when they need some information, whether they're out with a customer, whether they're sitting on the train or wherever they are, and therefore they want to engage with their social collaboration tools at that moment immediately. And you can derive a lot more value from the knowledge that's being shared by your employees if you apply analytics to it. Understand the sentiment in your organization. What are employees unhappy with? Which employees are in danger of leaving? Which employees have the potential to become management talent or to become real leaders and innovators within the organization, and evolve those cultures? By applying social analytics to the social media data, you can get real insights about how your organization is working.
And looking to the future again, in terms of the winners and losers, if you can use such terminology for a business context, are those that get social going to be an advantage to those who don't or are perhaps sceptical about the value?
I think those that get social and do it well are going to be at an advantage. It's clearly possible to get social and misapply it as well. So I think in today's world, the way businesses are moving right now, especially in this area, and look at what's happening in the internet as well, we're not talking about going through defining a 5-year transformation process and then working through it. We're talking about continuous improvement, incrementally trying things. We're talking about being open to fail in some areas, providing you realize you fail early enough and take the right action, the right corrective action immediately. And therefore, that's how innovation happens, that's how businesses get better. And that's what I believe the difference social business will have on organizations.
So it sounds like it's about a lot more than just technology, it's about culture as well, Stuart.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to get the culture and the processes right, but you need the right technology platform. You need a social collaboration platform that encourages this type of working, that empowers people to access knowledge across the whole organization, to find the expertise they need in order to build relationships and have conversations that make your business better. Trying to do it on an existing technology platform, content management system or an email system doesn't work. It's really about a much more powerful way of having social conversations.
So it certainly sounds like it's a blend of things that need to come together: technology, culture, processes, people, rather than just one thing to be a really successful social business. Yeah. Thanks again, Stuart.